We okay now, Chris?
Yep.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the Public Safety Committee meeting on Wednesday, December 14th, 2022. We are conducting our meeting via Zoom. Present today is myself, Bonnie Katz, Sam Ungst, and I think I saw Renee. Renee, are you still there? Chris Black and Janice Frank. And we're waiting for Vince Polizzi. He will be joining us shortly. We have 4 items on the agenda. The first one is a resolution authorizing an agreement between the Williamsport Borough Fire and Higher Information Group. Chief, you are up.
Oh boy. All right.
We have an assistant chief too. I'm sorry. Can't see on the little screen here. And my cat is giving me a hard time. He wants to sit on the computer. Okay, I'm sorry, Chief, I interrupted you.
That's fine. That's fine. Good morning, everyone. What we're looking at here is for a few years now, we've been talking about updating the security here at fire headquarters. And one of the ways to do that we had talked about was putting securing the doors so that like down at City Hall and everything, we could use the key cards or the card readers and the keypads in order to get into the building. It helps on a number of different ways. The other component of this, which isn't related to Higher Information Group, but Chris Black is going to be putting security cameras on the corners of the firehouse. That will not only help us with some things. Over the last year and a half, we've had a few incidents where neighborhood kids come in, go to the soda machine, take soda out of the soda machine. We've had some money missing. We've addressed it, but we just like to be able to have things on camera. So that's one of the reasons why we're looking at the cameras. But this is for Higher Information Group, which is out of Harrisburg. It's the purchase and install of an access control solution that won't exceed $8,098.18, and that's for door security, an ID card reader, and a pin pad access or a keypad access. This is might be a little bit different than what you have currently. The amount went up about, what was that, Renee? About $700, and that was because actually, rather than an ID card, it's going to be a Bluetooth with your phone. So my understanding is as you get close to it, you'll be able to, with your phone, you'll be able to have access to the door. Does anybody have any questions on that?
Chief, are you, okay, so this is going to go up to over $8,000 then?
Correct.
Okay. The card reader, is everybody going to have a card reader to get in? Every fireman, everybody that needs access to the fire company?
Yes. They'll either have the card reader, they'll be able to have it on their cell phone through Bluetooth, and then also, they have to be in close proximity. They can't, be sitting at their house and give access to anyone. So it has to be within a close proximity. So they will have that, the Bluetooth, the card reader, and then they'll also have the keypad.
To me, that's a good idea, because for council meetings, I have access to the little parking lot on the side of Train and Transit too. And there are a couple of times walked out the door without my card reader, because you need a card reader to get in there. And I can see that happening with people that are working busy mornings. You run out of the house, and by the time you get to your work, it's like, I forgot my card. you know,
Our
so,
thoughts, exactly.
you know, and I mean, we're all human, you know, it's how many of us lock our keys in the car sometimes, but anyhow, I think, you know, this is a great idea to have. I'm happy to hear you're finally going to get security as far as cameras go. To me, that's vitally important. And also make sure that those doors are locked at all times. I mean, we don't live in the 40s and 50s and even probably the 60s where you didn't have to worry about locking your doors, but everybody has to lock their doors anymore. So to me, I think this is also another benefit for everybody. It also keeps people safe.
Yeah.
You know who's coming in and out of your building. Vince, I see you're here. Do you have any questions about this?
No, I don't. And I do want to apologize for my tardiness. For some odd reason, my mind went to thinking public safety, but thinking of the time for the meeting for public works. So again, I apologize for holding everybody up. No, to reiterate where Councilwoman Katz came from, I think that this is a good idea from a safety aspect. I think it's certainly, you know, another one of the steps that we take to improve everything that we currently have, and things that we are working on moving forward with. So I think that this is a good idea.
Chief, I only have one question. Where's the money coming from?
That is coming from the facilities maintenance.
Facilities maintenance, okay. And did this go by Austin at all? By city
Yes.
solicitor?
Yes, it did.
Okay, I wanted to double check on that also.
Yeah, we had actually gotten a quote for it back in the summer, I believe it was. And at that time, when we got the quote then, we had sent it to Austin.
Okay. Okay, so that's all good. All right. Vince, I'm sorry, I stepped on your toes. I apologize. Do you have any other questions, Vince?
No need to apologize, Bonnie. My toes are perfectly fine. No, I have no more questions right now.
Okay. No more discussion on this, Chief. We'll see you on Thursday with this, but for me, and I think also for Vincent, that this is probably a good thing to be happening to the fire department.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, next item on the agenda is resolution authorizing an agreement between the Williamsport Borough of Fire and London Construction. You're up again, Chief.
Okay. So last year, Mark Killian, who was chief at the time, had included in the budget the renovation of the kitchen for fire headquarters. We weren't initially aware of it until late spring, early summer, when Scott Jolins came down and started getting some quotes and everything. He ended up getting 2 quotes. The 2 quotes were the only ones that were submitted. And then we started going, making a resolution. Then we found out, well, if it's over 21,900, it has to go out for bid. So then everything that we had dropped, and we started through the process, and John Sander was a huge help with pen bid. And that's the way we went out through it. Through pen bid, we got 2 quotes. One was from, I believe it was D&M Construction, and they came in at, I believe it was around 86,000. And then Lundy Construction came in at $24,228. So what that'll include would be the cabinets, the countertops, and sink, and then under cabinet lighting.
What's my girlfriend's reaction to this funky really?
So we did send we sent everything over to Austin. It was reviewed by him. He did ask for I believe what's called a A310 from the AIA. And we did receive that last week. and he approved it.
Vincent, do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions, but I will say again, I'm certainly happy to see that the fire department's going to be getting a much needed facelift for the kitchen. Obviously, the kitchen serves the need to make sure our firefighters are well nourished while they're out on call. And I was very happy to see that this was put out to bid the way it was, and to see that we're going to be able to realize some significant savings for it provided by Lundy.
Absolutely. You know, this is truly a firehouse. The guys live, eat, sleep, they do everything here just as if it was their home. And, you know, for a lot of guys, it is their second home. So, you know, we want to make sure that we have everything that is needed to make their stay here comfortable. So,
Chief, I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
You said the 24,000 is good as for the cabinets, countertops, sink, and under the cabinet lighting.
right.
What about your appliances? How are they?
Our appliances are good. We had just purchased. We actually swapped out. We sold one stove and purchased another. And I mean, that's maybe 10 months old, the new stove. And the refrigerator we purchased, I believe it was 2 years ago. Yeah.
And your microwave, do you have a microwave?
Yeah, actually, that's going to be part of this. We're going to put a over-the-counter microwave. I'm sorry, over-the-range microwave.
Okay.
So, and then Janice will have a microwave then.
I think she'll appreciate that.
Yes, thanks, Chief. I already got their little refrigerator too, Bonnie.
Oh my God, fantastic.
And they came and installed it.
Oh, God love them.
I
Our
know.
city clerk really appreciates it.
Good guys.
We appreciate
Honest to
her.
Pete. Love it, love it,
Well,
love
thank
it.
you.
Did you not find it interesting, Chief, though, the big spread of 86,000 from the one and 24,000?
Yeah, it was stunning. Just to remove the cabinets, the one company that I believe it's D&M. I'm not positive who the other one was, but just to remove the cabinets and discard them was $16,000.
That seems ridiculous.
It does. I think they may not have wanted the bid, possibly.
That's what usually happens. You outbid yourself so you don't get the job,
Yeah.
but you're still putting your name out there. Yeah, that
Yep.
happens a lot. Really does.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not a real big project. I think Lundy seems to think it would take less than a week.
Fantastic. When do you plan on starting work on this?
Well, it's going to be after the first of the year because the budget, the money is coming out of next year's budget, the 2023 budget. So it would we have to get with Lundy. I spoke with Alex a few times up there, and she said that once it was officially awarded, then we would set up a date depending on their availability.
Okay, so the $24,228 is coming out of what line item?
That's
Since you said-
facilities. That's facilities.
It's still
also.
coming out of facilities. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, fantastic. Vincent, do you have anything else that you would like to ask?
I don't at this time. Again, I just appreciate, like to your point, Bonnie, that seemed like an awfully big gap there between 80-some thousand and 20-some thousand. And in my experience, that's exactly what was done. You throw out a giant number, and if you get it, then you really make it worthwhile. But it's not a competitive number. So I'm glad to see that the work and is going to a business that really wanted to do the work and help with and work with us.
And not to mention the fact that it's in the city. It's a city
It's local.
business.
It's a local business, which we really
Yes.
appreciate. Tremendous. Okay, Chief, we're going to go on to the third item on the agenda, resolution accepting contract with First Due for software for the fire department. Your third time around, Chief.
Okay, so First Due is a records management software. The state, it's really looking like the state is going to be switching to that, which takes away the a lot of components that we would have to do, like download information from our software, format it, and then resend it to the state, who in turn sends it to the federal government. That's the PENFERS, the Pennsylvania Fire Incident Reporting System, and then the NFERS, which is the National Fire Incident Reporting System. It's something that we have to do for to obtain grants, low interest loans, those types of things. So since the state is most likely going to be going to them, I mean, we can't say officially because it hasn't been officially announced, but everybody in that organization or down at the, oh gosh, the fire commissioner's office seems right now, and it sounds like they're going to be going with First Due. So we had started looking at First Due a while ago for a number of reasons. It's going to eliminate a number of other softwares that we use and condense them into one user-friendly software. We're also looking, I haven't really gotten a chance to sit down with Gary Narr, but this may be something for the codes department that would help them as well. And then we would be able to have access to information as far as inspections and such. So, but this records management software is similar to what we're using now, but there's a lot of enhancements to it. Again, the records management system that we use right now, the state is going away from. It was bought by another company, and the quotes, I believe, are that I've heard were in the area of about $20,000 a year for this company. With First Due, it'll be right around between 11 and 12,000, I believe. The other real big reason for us moving to this is since the city is moving to the accounting and HR software, our schedule is has an 8-day cycle, and it's not compatible with their software. But First Due has a component that is able to accept our 8-day cycle, formulate it into another way, and then forward that to the Paytime. So they have a bridge software or a bridge component that they're able to send that information, and it will work. So, and that's where this is all part of the what Molly had brought up on Thursday night with Paytime and what is it, BSNA?
Okay.
Any questions?
Vincent, do you have any questions?
No, thank you, Bonnie. Again, I don't have any questions at this time. What I will say, though, is I think that, again, this is a great idea, making sure that we are up with, the appropriate technology, whether it be software or whatever it may be, but for the ease of making sure that our departments run more efficiently and fluidly, this is certainly something that's needed to make sure that we can continue to run as efficient as possible. So again, Chief, thanks for bringing this to us. I think that this is definitely something we need.
Chief, I'm going to say, I think the cost of this is one of the least expensive softwares that we've been seeing for what they're offering. I think it's, a really, going to be more beneficial for you. As far as the components go, see, the sad thing is, when we invested into the records management that the police department uses, they said when we looked at that, and this goes back how many years at this point, that they had components that would work with the fire department, would work with codes and zoning, and it just never came to fruition because their components were disjointed. They just didn't, they weren't acclimated. It wasn't acclimated to our departments. So when you're saying that this could maybe be acclimated to other areas, I'd be careful. You don't know, because again, we found out in the past that certain things don't work in conjunction with how we do things. So that could be, neither here nor there with zoning. But I could be wrong, of how this would work, because I know codes could certainly use a records management. Other than that, I think this is wonderful. This was reviewed by Austin.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and the money's coming out of where?
I believe contract services, and then part of it is coming through that, I believe, the DCED funding from oh my goodness, the that Molly had brought up.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think it's a great idea. It's something to make you run more efficiently at this point. And since the other one was more or less going kaput, it's great that you found this company. So terrific. Okay, I have no other questions. I thank you for everything that you presented today, because it's going to help be beneficial.
I did have one other thing. Back on December 7th, we did have a meeting with Old Lycoming Township and the Department of Community and Economic Development. It was a Zoom meeting. It was the first meeting that we had since December 8th of last year. We came up with some ideas and some discussions. We voiced some opinions, but we are now having an in-person meeting on January 11th at 3 o'clock in the afternoon up at the Old Lycoming Township building. And I will be sending a calendar invite to, it's the three of you on the safety committee, correct?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. And then also Adam Yoder, President Yoder.
Fantastic.
I just wanted to give you a heads up on that.
I attended, I think, the one meeting that we had at Old Lycoming, the night that the ice storm hit the city.
Yep, that was December 8th.
It was like, oh my Lord. But I mean, it's exciting to think what we can get accomplished and moving forward. I think everybody would appreciate that. So yes, send us an email so we can participate in that. Okay.
Absolutely. Sounds good.
If there's no other statements or questions or bringing anything to the table, I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We'll see you all on Thursday, okay? Y'all take care now.
Thank you.